How's it going? Welcome back to some more Clash. Today I kind of want to do something a little bit different and show off an army I've been playing around with right here. You might have seen it before. I actually found this from another YouTuber, Shock. He makes absolutely amazing Clash army guides and stuff. Massive shout out to that guy. And I've kind of tweaked this a little bit right here, mainly changing up the pets to see what I like personally, what I want to use. And this army, if you guys haven't seen it, it is the Fire Might Yeti Clone Bomb. This thing is absolutely awesome. I have been crushing it over in Legends League, not flawlessly, but I mean, it's been pretty decent, especially considering I'm no pro at this game. This is my first actual real season trying to push in Legends League. I think I got this all-time best back before the Legend League rework. Yeah, a long time ago. But you can see, I don't play Legends League. This is literally my first ever season really trying to go through it, but it's just been crushing bases. I'm talking triple after triple. There's occasionally a high percentage fail. I think this is my worst attack ever on this army. And yeah, it's just crushing everything I can find. So I want to go and show you guys today how this army works, what is it, and just to show you how it works, take into a couple of attacks. So yeah, first off, 8 Yetis, 10, are these Furnaces or Fire Mites? I always forget their actual name. Okay, the troop is called the Furnace and it spawns Fire Mites. Okay, and some Super Wall Breakers just to help out the heroes a little bit. And then 3 clones, a 4th in your clan castle, and a rage spell. And then clan castle, the most important thing right here is these 4 super wall breakers. And we take the troop launcher. This is something I never thought I would actually end up using, but it has some pretty good uses because, well, it does throw troops over towards your main army. So if you put wall breakers in it, you can kind of break into the base a little bit further. So in terms of heroes, we're just not using minion prints, pretty much standard equipment throughout everything. No rocket spear. I've seen you can use rocket spear with this army. Personally, I've been using the hog puppet. I kind of want to try using the haste file, but I've been using hog puppet on it. And the main thing I've done here is I've put the angry jelly on the king. I don't think I've seen a composition of this army use this, but it just helps keep the king focused. And if you're not very good at keeping the king inside the base, this could help you out a little bit. It's a little bit of a crutch. I don't think this is really the optimal pet for him, but if you're having a hard time keeping your king in the center of the base, this certainly has helped. So I guess the first thing I want to do is just show a replay off that I know has been successful. Let's see, what is this base right here? Is this a good one to show off? Sure. Okay, so when we're doing this army, the main goal is to send the clone spells towards an area of really, really high value. Usually you want to try and get the clan castle down, fire spitters, the monolith, the, I never remember the name of this stupid thing, the merged ricochet archer tower thing, I don't, okay. Or the monolith. So I think in this space, I'd probably want to try and get into this compartment. It's a little risky because you don't want to draw the clan castle. If a Yeti decides to go for this air defense or, I don't know, tries to go for this expo some reason if most of these defenses are cleared, might cause some issues, but I think trying to get into this area would be the best thing. So I'm guessing that's what I do here. But yeah, so the first step is you pretty much just want to pick a side to attack from like I do. And then once this gets started here, it's honestly pretty easy. Step 1, you just draw a line of Yetis. Step 2, draw a line of Furnaces behind. It is literally a spam attack. This is one of the easier Town Hall 17 attacks I've seen. And the Yetis kind of tank for these Furnaces so they don't take any damage. And the Furnaces just continuously keep spawning Fire Mites. You'll notice that when they jump on buildings, there's a little bit of a burning effect. This is super duper important. Once you've gotten a decent amount of base cleared out, you'll want to pick a defense to clone on. I don't exactly remember in this replay which defense I clone on. I would probably say either this one, or maybe up here somewhere. And when you're placing the clones, there's a little trick I'll teach you to try and get the best spacing. So it looks like I decided to clone towards the expo, and I'm guessing I'm going to go up towards the clan castle. So when you place a clone spell down, as soon as a troop walks inside of it right here, it starts spawning in a small circular motion. If you're looking at where my mouse is, it spawns, I believe, in a counterclockwise motion, I'm pretty sure. It's either counterclockwise or clockwise. I think it's counterclockwise. In a small circle. It does not go all the way out to the edge of the clone spell. So when you're placing your clone, you want to make sure that it's overlapping a little bit. So what I personally like to do, and I think you could get a little bit more distance out, but just to play it safe, I like dropping my clone spell right on the edge of the last clone spell. I think I've heard you can go up to like 1 or 1.5 tiles right here further in, but just to play it safe, especially if there's a building right here blocking the way, I like to place my clone spell just right on the edge here like that. So you'll see the Fire Might start spawning in the second one. I drop another clone spell right about on the edge there. And then the 4th clone spell is going to be placed, again, right on the edge right there. And then you drop the rage spell on your last 2 clones, and you'll see that the fire mites just start destroying everything. And they don't lure out the clan castle. This is what's so important. You can take the clan castle out and just not have to worry about the clan castle for the rest of the raid. So after you've done your last spell, you can kind of just sit back and let these fire mites work a little bit. Don't let them go too long though, because you don't want a time fail. Afterwards, you want to pick a side of the base to attack on. I usually try to do something adjacent to where the fire mites are dealing damage. I would probably go for the area that has higher source of damage. So in this case, I see the monolith is still up, so we're going to go for that side. Place your queen, the rest of your heroes. I like to use the queen ability super early to spawn the action figures giant. Unfortunately, I made a little bit of a mistake here. There's a monolith, and the giant is just going to get obliterated by it. So that's no good. Early warden I do to keep the giant up as long as I can. RC you can place either near your heroes or maybe a little bit far away if there's a safe spot you can get some decent value on. I use the ability here to make sure she doesn't die right there and get the monolith down. Heroes are going towards, because of the angry jelly, the king stayed inside the base and he's going to go directly towards the town hall with the queen. And the RC is going to go around the other side. I guess there's one more queen clone up there, but it looks like she's dead now. And tornado trap in the center, so we pop spiky ball to kind of try and damage some of these higher value defenses right here, try and get those a little bit down quicker. And once we're done here, it's pretty much game over for this base. I mean, there's not much left, so we'll speed the replay up here. I think I used one wall breaker right here to make sure I can open up this back area just to give the heroes a little bit of a time, an easier time escaping the base so we don't time fail. And there's pretty much nothing left here, so yeah, that is kind of just how this army works. It's honestly super good. I am having a blast using this. This is the most success I've found with the Town Hall 17 army since the end of the WWE troop events here, so unfortunately, I've done all my Legend League attacks because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time to do them later on today. So I did them all already. So instead, I've got a couple bases here that we can try them out on, just to kind of show my thought process of how and when I'm attacking a base. So I guess we'll start off with one of my worst bases here right here. This is a terrible base, but you know what? We'll start with an easy one and work towards the better one. So right here, I'm going to look, what is some decent stuff I can get value on? I think I could probably go from the bottom right side here. I see this clan castle is near the monolith. I could go for the clan castle and the town hall, or I could go for the monolith and the clan castle. I could even try to get all three if I like kind of clone right here and then 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I'm going to get enough value on that though, so we'll just kind of have to see what happens here. I need to make sure that the Yetis will not draw on the clan castle. They will not. So let's go ahead and just draw a line of Yetis right there. And then behind it, we will just go ahead and place the furnaces. Try and keep the furnaces a little more concentrated towards where there's more defenses or buildings, because it does take a little while for them to go through everything. I really hope this minion prince goes down. I think we're going to be okay. As long as he doesn't lock on to any of my furnaces, we should be just fine. All right, is that wizard tower going to go down? No, not quite. All right, where do I want to clone here? I think I want to clone... I could clone this archer tower, but I don't really want to. I might have to just because it's a multi-archer tower. Do I want to... Let's drop a clone right here, see if we can get a fire mite to luckily just barely step inside. We can't! Oh, great. That's not good. Hey, can one of you please walk in the clone spell? Thank you. All right, we have to get this going a little bit quicker before this clone spell wears off. That's not very good, unfortunately, so we'll do that. We'll do a rage spell right here. I don't think I'm going to get the monolith down because I wasted so much of that first clone. You want to try and get the fire mites in the clone in the first couple seconds, or else the clone spell won't be able to spawn enough fire mites. You can see we got the clan castle. We should just back at the town hall. Unfortunately, there's the barbarian king that's kind of just in the way, but he soaked up a lot of those fire mites. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get the town hall, which is unfortunate. This is not going as well as I wanted, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's wall break in right here to let the king go in. We'll just double wall break just in case. Let's pop this and pop the warden because everything is already dying. This attack is a little bit of a mess. That's not good. I'm going to hold on to our troop walls just a little bit longer. We'll just throw it down now so it's a little bit delayed. Try and get some stuff breaking in there. Perfect timing. Oh, it doesn't open the wall. And our king auto pops. That's not good. After that blows up and after that lands, we'll use the RC ability to try and get through the blast. Not the blast though, the geared up defense. Okay, we do, but nothing is able to get the town hall. That is unfortunate. I don't think that's going to triple. We'll see. The Royal Champion does have the Phoenix if the Giant does a good job of tanking, which he does not do. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the Town Hall or not. If we can get the Hall down, this is going to absolutely change the raid. Nope, she's going to go for the Expo, unfortunately, and the Phoenix is going to go, but I think the Phoenix got destroyed by the single Inferno. Giant's going to go for the Town Hall, gets it down. Okay, we have 24 seconds left. I don't know the health of the Inferno. This could still triple. I don't know, though. We really have to get through some stuff. The Queen can reach. Oh, the Inferno is at half health. I think this is good. It was not pretty, but this is just barely a 3-star. So that's kind of what it looks like if an attack goes sort of badly. But, you know, as a disaster as that was, still tripled. Let's go for this base now. This is a base I made a little while ago towards the beginning of Town Hall 17. I like it. It's not the best, but you know what? It's fine. You can see that we actually shouldn't go on this side because the clan castle is near the edge. So if we place all these Yetis over here, they're going to draw the clan castle, and that could be bad depending on what's in it. So instead, I think I'm going to go from this side and try and maybe go through the monolith compartment to the Town Hall. I could go on this side again, but I do want to see if I can get the extra value of the multi-gear tower right there. So let's go ahead and go from this side and see if we can make this work. All right, we're going to put most of our furnaces down there because there's more buildings I want to get through on this side than on the other side. The Barbarian King is unfortunately a little bit of a brutal thing to deal with this army. Just because he has so much health, he's going to stop these Fire Mites from getting as much value as I would hope. Or at least it's going to take a lot longer for them to get through the Barbarian King. Hopefully he's going to walk back towards this Yeti, which would be perfect. It lets our Fire Mites do a little bit more work on the actual base. I think I want to try and get this gold storage down first before I start cloning. There we go. And let's drop our first clone spell right here. That should be just perfectly in range. I thought it was going to be. Can we get... Okay, there we go. There's one. Let's drop one on the edge here. I think the edge is going to be right about here. And then the fourth one. Ooh, we can probably get the Fire Spitter too. Wait a minute. This could be good. We might be able to get the Fire Spitter and the Town Hall, depending on where these Fire Mites want to jump. All right, our last clone finally activated. Where do I want to attack from? Probably this right side here. There we go. The monolith just ended, or just went down. So let's drop our Queen, our King, our Warden, and I guess we'll put our RC on this side a little bit more, and let's go ahead and wall break into this compartment. The Yak's going to help the King get over there, but I don't think it's going to matter because we have the Queen to take care of that. Let's pop the RC and the Warden right here. See if the Warden can protect the RC and the Hogs. Just barely. Let's get our troop launcher down. I forgot about that again. Hopefully we can just get a wall breaker to... No, don't let the King out. Oh, no. Come on. Okay, we just drew the clan castle. That's good. We still have our Royal Champion to hopefully deal with that. All right, there we go. Now we've got some stuff opening the walls here. Troop launcher, absolute goat of this army. What do I want to do with this last wall breaker? I'm not too sure. I think I want to pop the King right now. Get through all of these high damaging dealing defenses. And nothing is taking out these super minions. That's not good. Phoenix, please take out the last one. Thank you. And what do we have left in this base to deal with? We have our Queen. We have a giant. Queen's going to go around the base. That is unfortunate. We need to get this ricochet cannon down here if we want any chance at 3-starring. I don't think that's going to be something that happens, though, because the Phoenix is going to die. Queen is going around. I'm actually going to send a wall breaker, and he's going to... wall breakers, of course. All right, come on, Queen. Oh, Spirit Fox on the Queen. That is the exact reason why the Spirit Fox is on the Queen. Absolute coming in clutch. The Fox does sometimes die, but I tend to have more success using the Fox on the Queen than on the King because, well, if it's on the King, he just goes around the base, and that doesn't help. But there's another 3-star. Let's go ahead and go for one more base here. All right, let's go for an anti-2-star style base here so our clan or our town hall is very much protected, and let's make it so it's a little bit harder to get rid of the clan castle. So in this case, I think I'm just going to once again look at the monolith and the multi-gear tower here, and we're just going to attack here on this top left side. So let's drop our Yetis like this. Let's put one more Yeti right there and spread out our furnaces. I guess we can do a pretty even spread of the furnaces right now. That should be okay. I am a little worried about this minion print still, but we might be a little bit fine. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine on that. Nothing can really get to our furnaces right now. Where do I want to clone onto? I'm probably going to clone off of this Expo and the multi-archer tower, just because they kind of tend to take out the fire mites pretty quickly. I want to make sure this minion prince goes down first, though. So let's do that, and now the fire mite's going to go through like this, and I guess we'll just drop our first clone spell right here. That seems to be good. Drop our second clone spell. And let's drop our third clone spell. And I might be able to get to the town hall here. Let's drop our fourth clone spell right here and our rage right here. And I guess we're going to want to attack closer to the clan castle side right here. So let's go ahead and let the fire mites get a little bit more value because I might be able to get this ricochet cannon down actually. I'm not too worried about time because this looks pretty decent. Can we get that down? We can. Okay, we're not going to get the ricochet cannon. That is okay though. So we'll just actually, let's get the ricochet cannon with the RC. I think that's going to be fine. Drop a wall breaker right here, and he just barely opens the wall. And let's pop our warden a little early because I see my barbarian king is about to get absolutely destroyed. Let's go ahead and drop our siege machine down there. That might have been a little too late. Real champion, you gotta deal with those super minions. They are all over my barbarian king right now. Let's just go ahead and wall break right here. Darn, ooh, okay, we did open a single wall right here. That was the main thing I wanted to do right there. I see the king is going around the base. Let's go ahead and try and refocus him back into the base right there. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but there aren't too many compartments left to deal with. Real champion with the Electro Boots. I don't know how these things aren't nerfed to oblivion yet. She goes down, unfortunately, because she was in the front, but she should be able to get just enough value right here. Come on, get those skeletons down. No, you're going to go for the enemy RC. That's okay. Let's see here. We got anything to get that scatter shot. The giant's probably going to go for it. Our giant's still above half health, which is really good. This is looking good so far. I don't think time is going to be a concern. I mean, it could be. There is kind of a lot of stuff left. We do have our queen alive, so we can shoot over the walls. The only thing we actually can't reach, I believe, is this air sweeper. So hopefully... Oh, no. Is this a 99? I don't want to call it quite yet, but I'm worried the queen is going to get locked onto the enemy king. And this is going to be a 99. So unless the... Nope. Oh, no. Oh, this is a 99. I can already see it. Maybe. We might have enough time, actually. And the king goes down. Do we have any way to get that? Come on, stay alive, Warden, stay alive. We need that DPS. Oh, a wall opened. I don't know what opened the wall. Maybe it was the giant, but we are good. Flawless. I didn't have to cut anything. I'll probably make minor cuts because I sat in menus for like 20 seconds. But, I mean, you can look at clan chat. We didn't fail. This was from over an hour ago. We went flawless right there. I don't know what to say, man. This army is just absolutely awesome. It's just great. I mean, I took this into CWL if you want to see a sped up attack real quick here. We're in Master 3, so we're not in like any super competitive CWL league, and this isn't a super max Town Hall 17. I just say it's more of a proper Town Hall 17, but we clone right here. We get the clan castle. Do we get the Town Hall in this one? Yes, we do. Okay. But I don't get enough of the core here, so that Invis Tower is going to come back to bite us. So we have to try and find some way to get into the core here. Luckily, a Royal Champion is just the goat, and she's going to get most of that down with the help of the giant. And yeah, I mean, this phase was crushed. I did have a lot of time planning this one because it was CWL, but yeah. I don't know. This army is absolutely awesome. Hey, give it a try. Let me know how it works in the comments. If you have any suggestions, tweaks you think I should try out with this army, let me know. I'm always open to trying out, switching some of this stuff up here. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Don't know if I'll do more of these videos in the future. If I ever find my own kind of armies or stuff or things that work well, maybe I'll let you guys know. But yeah, alright, I guess I've rambled enough. You guys don't need to see any more today. So thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you next time.